Thank you for tuning into this installment of the Autism Hangout feature program series, Autism in the Workplace, Job Success. Today's guest is a chiropractor. Whereas clientele is primarily NTs, one on the spectrum can claim insights into better understanding the life and challenges of another person on the spectrum. Today's guest is applying that understanding to better assist his special clients' needs. Autism Hangout, please welcome today's guest, Dr. Patrick Sulia. Welcome, Dr. Sulia. It's nice to have you here.
Likewise, I'm glad to be here.
And I love the fact that you're a chiropractor, you have autism, and you are working successfully. I just think that's a fantastic tribute to the skill sets of certain people on the spectrum. Now, one of the things that you have told me that excites me even more is that being where you are, you have special understandings into many of your clients that come in that have autism. So can you tell us a little bit about some of your findings that have helped improve the lives of these people?
Well, basically, with myself being on the spectrum and many people on the spectrum having pretty much the same concerns, I'm able to empathize very well with them. A lot of us have the same issues, not only with social and work issues, but also health issues. I myself being no exception. I get care from my own chiropractor for my issues. And we are talking about physical issues here, not behavioral, because there are a lot of what are called associated or concomitant conditions that exist alongside autism, such as digestive problems, sleep problems, sometimes food allergy problems, etc. So, with that having been said, then I can take like I said, a very empathetic approach to my care plan, and I can say to my clients, are you experiencing this? And if they say yes, then I know what that feels like, and I know how to address that from firsthand knowledge. And of course, being a doctor of natural health care, I can approach things from the natural care perspective, which is ideal because a lot of people, like even Temple Grandin says, a lot of people on the spectrum are very much more sensitive to even minute dosages of prescription medication, where the natural stuff may be safer and more easily regulated. So that's why I'm also glad that I can approach things from that angle.
Now, specifically, you've got a couple of thoracic cervical adjustments that you found to be very helpful. Can you talk a bit about those?
Well, in particular, cervical adjustments, the upper cervical spine, or the very top of the neck, the very top part of the spine, right below the skull, is where a lot of the centers are that control the body as a whole. Basically, what happens is your brain exits the skull and becomes the spinal cord right in that area, which is basic anatomy. But what's so critical about that is that all the centers that, or let me back up a second, is that right there is where a lot of the bodily functions as a whole are regulated, including how the brain itself works. So that if any of those bones located in this area of the spine are subluxated, what that means is misaligned and placing an undue amount of pressure or tension on that part of the spine, that can pretty much affect the whole body, including, like I said, how the brain itself works. For myself in particular, the C1 vertebra, which is the very top one, is misaligned at a pretty severe angle. When my chiropractor adjusts it back into place, things really change. My overall health improves, my sleep improves, and my ability to think and to solve problems and reason through things improves. So, and I have seen this in other people on the spectrum as well.
You're also quite studied in the use of chiropractic for different points in a person's life, specifically someone on the spectrum. Can you talk a moment about that?
Right. Well, as time goes by, people's health needs may change. That being said, as you get older, we may develop more digestive problems, we may experience more arthritis, etc. Well, first of all, going back to this part of the spine, that regulates pretty much everything from how your body is aligned as a whole, because it does make adjustments to your overall posture, as well as what's going on inside the body. But as the body ages and we put more stress on it, I have to look at other parts of the spine as well to see if there are these subluxations or misalignments in other parts. For example, the mid-thoracic region, or the middle of the upper back area, the rib cage area, is where you'll see a lot of the nerves that do regulate how the digestive tract works. Well, there may be misalignments there that need to be corrected. Or, as in the lower part of the spine, lumbar, which is the lower back area, people may experience, especially if you get older, things like menopausal problems in women, or urinary tract infections, which sometimes can be chronic. While there, I have to look more at what's going on in the lower back, and there almost often are misalignments in that part of the spine. So these are more common as we get older if the spine is not, as a whole, is not taken care of.
Now, Dr. Sulia, I know that you've gone through these conditions and actually put together videos where you discuss this more in detail. These videos are on your website, is that correct?
That's correct. A lot of the conditions I just mentioned, I don't have all of them, but I have some of them, particularly the ones pertaining to the upper cervical spine. I did myself experience carpal tunnel syndrome, which I do talk about on my website.
For those that are looking for this additional information, let's go ahead and give your website now so they know where to find that.
Sure, it's www.drdpatsulia.com.
Very good, very good. And I interrupted you. You were talking about carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yes. I was going to also make mention that one of my videos that is on my website talks about how most commonly upper cervical misalignments occur. And I think that's a very paramount video to watch for any parent especially.
I also understand that you have just organized a nonprofit organization. Do you care to tell us a little bit about that?
Autism Professional Services is in its grassroots phase. We are an organization helping people on the autism spectrum, and the unique part about it is that it's run completely by people on the autism spectrum.
That's fantastic.
For more information on that, you can see our website at www.autismps.org.
Excellent. I'm going to list both those addresses at the end of this program so people can go to find the information respectively. Dr. Sulia, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Autism Hangout. I'll be back again soon with another feature program.